This is TJ Legacy, host of the Soapboxx Podcast. The live stream will start shortly, but make sure you like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, and tell all of your friends and family that the most infamous podcast on all your streaming services is about to go live.
TJ, what's goody? It's HB. Can I just big you up real quick with what you're doing with the Soapboxx? Listen, anytime somebody takes their platform to educate and inform the culture of hip-hop with politics, pop culture, doing what you're doing and being responsible with your platform, I can't do nothing but salute you, TJ. Keep doing what it do. Keep repping for the culture. Nothing but love and respect from me, baby. Peace.
Gentlemen, what's really good? It's Peter Rosenberg, Hot 97, ESPN, WWE, Cheap Heat Podcast, all that. Big shout out to my peoples over at the Soapboxx, all right? My man TJ, Legacy Cole, the whole Soapboxx crew. Incredible new podcast, all right? Politics, pop culture, hip-hop, even wrestling on occasion. It's all there. So go subscribe and make sure you tune in to the Soapboxx. TJ, what up, man? Appreciate you.
Peace to the planet. Charlemagne the God here. What's happening, TJ Legacy Cole? Salute to you, King. Salute to the Soapboxx Podcast. The Soapboxx Podcast is an independent black media podcast, and they talk hip-hop, politics, pop culture, mental health, social justice, a lot of my favorite subjects. Check them out, man. Tune in, subscribe to them. You never know. I'm out here looking at all the different podcasts that are moving and shaking out here, because, you know, I got the Black Effect Podcast Network, so I'm going to be checking y'all out, TJ. All right? Keep working.
Appreciate you, Charlemagne. What's going on, family? This is the Soapboxx Podcast on your Thursday. We are here. Oh, I was looking for Jesse. We got a special introduction this week for Jesse Superstar. Y'all know when I say that, it's going to be something crazy, because Jesse was actually out here going viral, doing her thing. But let's not forget my man, 50 grand, all the way from Harlem, New York, NYC, Jersey, all that good stuff. What's up, Alan York? How you doing, man?
Peace, y'all. Peace to the people. Happy, what does it say, Thursday? Who knows? Planes flying by.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. Soapboxx Thursday. I'm bugging. But I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. How are you?
Yo, I'm good. Sorry, I was eating the cookie, something I'm not supposed to be doing. But feeling good, feeling great. I'm in Florida, but we're good. I'm safe for the hurricane. Shout out to everyone who is dealing with, Hurricane Ian. And hopefully, it didn't hit you too bad. There's a lot of flooding in Central Florida, but the family is safe, and I'm hoping that our listeners, Soapboxx Nation, those who are already in Florida, got loved ones in Florida, hopefully you are safe too. There she is. What's up, Jesse? What's good?
Oh, shoot. What's poppin'? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, you can. You live in the building.
I'm just having some technical difficulties, but here I am in the flesh.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sure we were talking about everybody having technical difficulties or power going out with Hurricane Ian. We're wishing everybody well. Hopefully we can brighten up your day a little bit more with this podcast. Shout out to Soapboxx Nation coming through. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to you, Lisa. Hopefully you are good. How are you feeling? Let us know if you're safe. Did you lose power? All the good stuff. But yeah, we definitely have a lot to talk about. So Jesse, what have you been up to this week? Anything new that's been going on in your world? I'll give you the floor.
Oh, nothing. Just here living life, praising God, always asking the Holy Spirit to be with me everywhere I go, and just being happy. How about you guys? What's going on in everybody else's world?
Oh, okay. So she's being modest, ladies and gentlemen. Did I wake up to this? But I just was on my social media, just taking a gander through these social media streets, and lo and behold, what do I see? But I actually, you know what? I'm not even going to show. I'm just going to show y'all the clip of Jesse on stage with, and I'm saying her name, Danny Lay.
Yes, that's how you say her name.
All right, she's on stage with Danny Lay, and I'm gonna have Jesse give you all the breakdown.
Oh gosh.
You on stage
Okay, because
what is all of that? Just say. How did this come to be? How did you get on stage with Danny Lay? What's the deal?
First off, I love me some Danny Lay. I think I definitely have said that on the podcast previously. So it's not the first time that you guys are hearing me say that, TJ Legacy Cole. But I was actually, I got some meet and greet tickets. So she had a concert out here in Boston. So I had the opportunity to meet her. And boy, oh boy, she smells bomb. Okay. And I don't know why she'd be using filters, because she's bad as fuck in person. Okay. She was sweet. You can tell she has like a really humble soul. Like she's willing to listen to you, talk to you. I really like after Tuesday, I fuck with her even more. Okay. And so whenever I got to meet her, I did the whole meet and greet. I was able to take pictures with her. I gave her some merch from EBS Lifestyle. And then it was the concert. Okay. I had my chicken tenders, and then I made my way to the front. Okay. And
I want to know, why was it important for us to tell the streets that you was eating chicken tenders? Like, I just trying to say that part of the story.
It's just important to make sure that they were bomb. And I just think it's important to make sure that you're eating.
Got it.
What? Sorry, I'm gonna wait, and then I gotta get off for like 2 seconds. But I was in the front, and she has this song called Put You On. So she's like going around, and she's like, oh, I'm looking for somebody to bring on stage with me. So she's like circling, the whole venue. She's looking for people. And I'm like screaming, and like my girls out there. So they're like, they're pointing at me because they already know I really fuck with Danny Lay. And she was like, I have to bring my girl on stage. And she points at me. I'm like, who, me? And she's like, yes. I'm like, So then I go on stage. And just to like, whatever, she had an opening act prior to me, and that opening act also put me on stage. So it was my second time. So like when I was so when I was going up to go to like with Danny Lay, like the people in the crowd was like, again, yes. And they were like, her fans are so dope. Okay, I love her fans. And everybody that like I encountered, they were like cheering me on. They followed me. It was really dope. So anyways, I was able to get on stage, and I couldn't contain myself. I don't know why you didn't show the other clip of me making my faces, acting like a goofball.
Wait a minute. It's called a production, ma'am.
Yeah.
Let me do the journalism and the producing, please. Okay? I know you're a talent. You got your green M&Ms and your chicken tenders in your green room. Just let us do the slow burn, please. Okay?
Okay. Look at this one. Listen, I was so hyped. I got on stage, and then I was being like my goofy self, because if you know me, I'm goofy. And then like when they started performing, because I knew the song, I was just doing what I would do if I was in my bedroom. And ironically, it just went with the choreography that they was doing, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a dope vibe. It was a great feeling. And if I could do it all over again, I would.
Oh,
with my hair better, because my hair was all fucked up.
I think that's awesome. Alan, when I first saw this clip, I was like, yo, that's really dope. Shout out to Jesse, whatever. I was like, yo, wait a minute. I didn't know Jesse was a backup. I said, she never told me about this appearance that she was going to do. Alan, I shit you not. I thought the shit was planned the way Jesse was on stage. Then Jesse told me that choreography and the sachet when she got on stage was not planned. It made the video 10 times funnier because
she just she has just backup choreography for moments like this, apparently. Just real boom cack. Boom, boom, cack.
Listen, it wasn't even choreography. It was just a feeling. Like I felt it. I'm like, yes.
All right? I mean, you know what they say. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. And you were very, very ready. You know what I'm saying? You were very ready.
You got to be ready.
And that's actually, I'm so glad that you said that, because that's actually what this episode is going to be about. It's about lights, camera, ready. Right? Like it ain't lights, camera, action. It's lights, camera, ready. I told her, I was like, you know what? I showed someone the video, and I was like, yo, that's my co-host Jesse. And they're like, yo, is she doing choreography? I said, no, but Jesse is crazy enough that I bet you Jesse has been preparing that choreography routine by herself. She's got choreography in the holster. I was like, yo, I knew
just in case.
So funny. But yo, you had
my personality.
Yes. Now I want to show the other clip of Jesse on stage with Danny Lake, and I want y'all to see. See, this is the Jesse. This is Jesse I know. Look at this facial expression, because this is how a nerd gets a lap dance. Here you go. Watch this clip.
Hold on,
I'm gonna start it over because there's a little lag. Let's do it justice.
She's so different. Kind of girl you show up to your
TJ, I can't see nothing.
Hold on. I'm trying to figure out why. Forget Florida in their weather. We're gonna blame Hurricane Ian on the technical difficulties. One more time. Trying to catch up. Hold on.
It's okay. We'll do it.
But yes, Jesse's. I'm trying to see why it's not doing it, but yes, walk us through it, Jesse. But while I try to get this clip to.
Okay, yeah, no, like when she first put me on stage, first of all, I was gassed. And when I walk up on the stage, she opened me with open arms. I give her a big hug. Then she sat me down on the chair, okay? And then, like I said, I don't know if I said it already, but she was bad and she smelled so good. So when she started dancing on me, I was like, oh. So my facial expressions showed how much I was like, oh. Okay? And, you know, like I was trying to be respectful. So I wasn't trying to, like, touch all up on her, even though I really wanted to. But I couldn't because I'm like, no, I gotta be respectful.
No hands in the boom room.
But I really wanted to. I wanted to be like, but you know, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I was just like, I'm gonna show my like love for her with my facial expressions, which a lot of people found hilarious.
Let me see. All right, let's see if we can cue the clip. I'm gonna do it a different way. All right, so y'all check this video out.
She's so different. Kind of girl you show up to. And taking pictures. I got the legs on. Yeah, don't need no filters. So my big house up making figures. Little type of way by the mother bitches. Something you might not be used to. I'm gonna show you that one.
Okay. Yay. Oh my God. I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna turn you out. I'm gonna lift you up. I'm gonna hold you down. Period. I'm gonna put you on to something, baby. 'Cause you don't. Yes. Oh my God, yo.
Listen. I know you're my co-host, and I know that this was a video that we were breaking down, and I'm supposed to be professional. I need a cigarette after that. That was awesome.
Listen, I needed a cigarette after that, and I don't even smoke tobacco. Okay?
It is so funny that someone else captured, like, because I've only seen, I think the video I saw was like your homegirls are videotaping you, but the fact that someone else was around, like, yo, she's wild.
No.
Look at her. She's
Let me
lovely.
tell you something. Alan, the videotape that y'all saw was not even from my girls. That was from a staff member who came up to me after the fact. And they were like, yo, was that planned? And I'm like, nah. They're like, yo, I got to send you this dope ass video. And he emailed it to me because literally when I got off that stage, everybody that was like surrounding me was coming up to me. They were like, yo, was that planned? Like, yo, you're lit. Like, I got so much love from being on that stage. And like I said, that wasn't my first time because the opening act also put me on stage because, you know, my energy is like, ah. So he put me on stage too. And like the love that I got from that was like fucking amazing. I got so many followers from just being there. And that's why I say, like, just be yourself. Okay, because your energy is going to speak for itself. People are going to naturally gravitate towards you when you're yourself, you're positive, and you know what? You do you. And look, shit, like I got mad followers over there, and I made like a couple of friends, or I wouldn't say friends, you know, not yet, but I made like a couple of people that like we got their numbers, I exchanged their numbers. Yeah, people from New York, people from Jersey, Mansfield, Massachusetts. Like it was such a dope vibe, and I would definitely do that again. And it just made me like want to really like just go out more.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You had like that. Listen, I've always said when people ask me about the soapbox, right? And I've actually said this to Just Say to herself, right? And I probably said it on the podcast before, is that we have the soapbox, we're a team. Period. But Just Say, as a squad, is the most naturally gifted host that we have on the podcast. You see what I'm saying? Okay. And this is one of the reasons I'm talking like that is just that improvisation, that just being on stage and just being in that moment and being able to like flick that switch and not even have to flick a switch, to be honest with you. Like just you have raw natural ability, charisma, and just a stage presence that like that's just you. And you're absolutely right. Because the person who's on stage is the person who y'all see every Thursday. And that authenticity is what that will lead to success and just having and maximizing that moment. Because guess what? Anybody could have just went on that stage, like, you know, and just sat there and been like, all right, cool. Like, this is dope. All right, I'm supposed to just
I'm not the first person that she put on stage either.
But you maximized it. So that's dope.
Right. Yeah, it definitely when TJ said it was like when a geek gets his first lap dance, it was that you definitely had
I think that was my first lap dance actually at 33 years old.
Look at that.
It was A1. Okay.
Shout out to Lisa. She said you're like a Girl Scout. She stays with it. Absolutely.
Period.
It was definitely like some Napoleon Dynamite moments on stage, and it looks like Danny Lay had you moist without a choice.
Yes, there needed to be a mop. There needed to be some sort of mop on stage.
Yes, because what? Let me tell you, and I hate that she gets so much slack because, no, she does. If you look, and I think it has to do a lot of
is this the same girl that was in the baby's video when he was like talking and he had the no makeup on?
Yes.
I just put two and two together.
Yes, that's exactly who it is. Yep. And that's why I think she gets so much slack is because of that, because of him.
And she also made the hit internet song Yellowbone, which
no one, a lot of black women did not like
for.
Yeah, you're right.
Yellowbone is
what? Yeah.
We talked about that before.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We did talk. Okay, now it's made. That's who she is. Okay, but she's actually. I did after you were on stage with her. I did some research. I didn't know she was a choreographer. Like she did stuff with Chris Brown. I did see her in a music video with Chris Brown. So she can actually dance, but she's not one of these do nothing girls that's on stage. Like she actually has some talent. I've seen her work.
She has talent. Not actually, she has talent. Period.
Yeah. Yes, she does have talent. I was saying, I come in peace. Yes, that's what I say. She actually has talent. Yo, shout out to Soapboxx Nation. Yes, we are talking about Jesse's crazy, goofy self, taking her goof troop self on stage, and
being a star.
Actually, I'm not even gonna say yes. Performing with Danny Lay, because that's not just she got brought up on stage. That was a performance.
They made him.
No,
on
I got brought up on stage, but I made it into a performance. I had people messaging me like, "Was that?" No, not even just people messaging me. When I was like leaving, like when it was time to leave, do you know how many people were coming up to me, even staff members, and they were like, "Was that planned? Like, did you guys put?" Like, nah, like I'll be practicing this shit in my bedroom.
I definitely do. I know. That's what's so funny.
Ready.
Because what's so funny is I could see Jesse practicing this shit in her room, but also getting frustrated with herself that she's not getting the choreography right for her own
I've
shit.
never seen a choreography. No, like dead ass, all jokes aside, I've never seen choreography to that song, music video, if she has one, none of that. But I've heard the song. So what you seen me do on stage is what I would do if I was dancing to the song in my room, performing for my family, which I've done before. I was not rehearsed at all. I literally improvised that, okay? And I fuck with Danny Lay so heavy that it was just like in the moment.
Yo, you know what? Shout out to her too, because there are some other superstars that would have turned around and be like, get this bitch on stage trying to show me up. And it could have went left. So sometimes it's better to just do things and apologize later. It's better to apologize later than to ask permission and just go with it. Like, I like that.
Nah, her energy, and I think that's another thing, TJ, that you're saying, because like literally her energy was everything. Like her energy.
Did you mention Alan to her while you were on stage when you saw it? Did you say that?
I'm sorry, but I didn't. I'm sorry, Alan, but I got you next time.
Wait, what happened?
He said if I mentioned you to her, I didn't.
I'm straight. That's you. That's all you. I'm good.
Listen, I was so in the moment. Her energy.
I was trying to get y'all in a relationship, Alan.
Her energy is bomb as fudge. Okay, like I got to meet her. I told you guys, right? I did the degree. So I got to meet her. She smelled. I know, but you remember what you said before you even got live? You have an old.
You're right.
You said what?
Right. The children are watching.
Audience, right? The children.
Oh. Okay.
Her audience was so like, and it's just like literally her fans. Every single person that I got to meet that day, they were bomb. All right, their energy was everything. I'm like, that tells you a lot about who an artist is when you look at their fans, because literally her fans were dope as fuck. And like I said, I was there from the beginning. So I was there for the meet and greet, and I was there from when the concert ended. So I got to meet various types of people, and it was such a dope experience. From like just being there to meeting her, she smelled bomb as fuck. I need to know what perfume she uses. From being able to talk to her, from being able to get on stage, from being able to meet her fans, from being able to from being able to meet the venue and meet her fans. It was just like an amazing experience. And I will do it again.
You know what? You will do it again. And maybe next time, maybe it'll be you bringing other people on stage.
Yes.
And, like you got to speak those things into existence. So this is one of those things where it's going to be on those, they had those like True Hollywood stories. And be like, my first, it's going to be one of those highlights. And I think it's dope. Yo, hey, man, Nick Cannon, if you saw the video, send it to Nick Cannon. I definitely tagged him on our social media. We posted it on Soapboxx Podcast. That's Soapboxx Podcast with 2X. So we got to do this story justice because we got more with Danny Lay and the Baby and B Simone. Let's hit it with Celebrity Selfie, y'all. Hey, yes. So, celebrity selfie, right up our alley. We're definitely going to stick to the theme of Danny Lay, since she has some news. Actually, she's been in the news this week and I wanted to get Jesse's take on it and Alan's take on it as well. So, it was found out that Danny Lay was she made an appearance on the show Wildin' Out.
I'm going to be on that show too. Yeah, I know.
I was just going to say that. We're going to speak things into existence. Me and Nick Cannon, we're gonna sit together in the room like the crime families, and we go, I got someone, her name is Jesse. Okay, like we don't have to make a trade or something. I don't know, but we gotta get Jesse on Wild 'N Out, or maybe we do Soapboxx Podcast versus Wild 'N Out, something like that. But it's gonna happen. But Danny Lay was a guest on Wild 'N Out, and she had some. Every celebrity has a writer, but she actually had some requirements. She did not want the cast member B. Simone to be a part of the show because of her alleged, I would say, interlocking with her baby daddy, the baby. And so I wanted to get Jesse's take on it, her unbiased, journalistic take on whether or not it was petty for Danny Lay to request that B. Simone not be part of the show that she was going to be a guest on, even though B. Simone is a cast member to Wild 'N Out. I know this is a tricky situation. It's not a trick. I ain't trying to trip you up because it's Danny Lay and it's Wild 'N Out, whether or not the Wild 'N Out producers make the right choice. But we got a job to do on the soapbox, so give it to us. What do you think, Jesse? Was it petty or is she in bounds?
So there's so much avenues in this, right? There's so many perspectives. There's so many different ways you can look at this, right? So I'm just gonna say this: I fuck with Wild 'N Out. I fuck with Danny Lay. I fuck with B. Simone. Okay, all of them. I love them. I'm not biased towards any of them. But when I look at the situation as a whole, there's so many ways that I feel like me personally, as a person, as somebody, as a woman who can look at this, right? So number one, we're professionals, right? When we're looking at Wild 'N Out as a whole, if you're a cast member that has been loyal to you or who was on the show for years and years and years is not feeling something, the way I see it is that your loyalty should be to them. The way that your cast member feels, or like somebody who's been true to you this entire time, that's what should be important to you. You know what I'm saying? However, when I look at okay, so Wild 'N Out wanted Danny Lay on the show. Cool. Danny Lay felt away because of B. Simone and her beef with whatever the case may be. Danny Lay did not feel comfortable with having B. Simone on the show. Now, she expressed that and she told them, like, this is how I feel. Okay. Wild 'N Out had a decision to make to be like, okay, well, then I'm sorry, you can't be on the show then. Or, okay, I'm going to accommodate you. They made the decision to accommodate Danny Lay. I'm not saying like, I feel like what Danny Lay, I wouldn't say like what she did was wrong, because I felt like she was trying to protect her peace. Because yes, putting myself in Danny Lay's situation, I would not, okay, wait, time out. There's two ways to it. Number one, I wouldn't want somebody in B. Simone's situation to be on the show, okay? Because I don't fuck with you like that. And you made a diss track to me and my situation with the father of my kid. Yes, she did.
I didn't know that.
So I don't fuck with you in that way. So in order to protect my peace, in order to like make shit less awkward, I would just prefer for this episode that you're not on it, because you don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with you. And you knowing that you don't fuck with me, you shouldn't even care, because you know that we don't fuck with each other. But then also looking at B. Simone's perspective, as a comedian, as a professional, I'm going to use that to my advantage, because when we do the show, I'm going to use that. I'm going to say what I got to say, you know, to make it comedic or whatever the case may be, you know. But I also understand that Danny Lay, she probably felt like disrespected. And like I said, like, unless you're in that situation, you can't attest to anything. Like, you can't talk about nothing because you're not in that situation. So you don't know what it feels like. So I understand Danny Lay not wanting to be on the same episode as B. Simone, because you don't know what I'm feeling towards her. You don't know how I feel. So in order to protect my peace, in order to avoid awkwardness, I would just prefer that she's not on the show. And it is what it is. That's how she feels, okay? And she's being real by saying how she feels instead of being fake. Okay, by saying like, yeah, sure, and then it's just fake. Like she's being on the show, she's being fake because she knows that she don't really fuck with B. Simone, but she kept it real. Now it was up to the MTV producers or whoever to be like, well, she's part of the show, so you're either gonna have to accept it or not accept it. But they were like, okay, well, we'll keep her off the show and you can be on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's so many different like spectrums, so many different avenues that you can look at it. I understand it from each person. I understand it from Danny Lake's perspective as a mother, as a woman, as somebody who's been in her situation. I understand it. But I also understand it from B. Simone's perspective as a comedian, as a professional, as somebody who's just doing like, what you got to do, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and then I also, but I can't understand, and I don't want to say this because, like, I really want to be on Wild 'N Out.
Yeah.
I really want to be on Wild 'N Out, Wild 'N Out, like, I really want to be on y'all's show, but like Soapboxx, if y'all ever try to play me like that, it's deuces, because you gotta respect. No, listen, not for nothing, because I know y'all wouldn't do that to me, TJ, especially you, because you would have a conversation with me, and you would be like, yo, like, this person, we want them on the guest on the show, but they said that they'll be on it, but if they're on it, you can't be on it. Like, how do you feel about that?
What you're saying.
And TJ, you would talk to me, and whether I would be like, it's fine, like, whatever, just have her on the show, like, I get it, whatever. Or I'd be like, nah, fuck that, like, what? Like, no, she don't gotta be on the show. You got like so many people who would want to be on the show, and that's somebody that I'm loyal to. I know that you, TJ, would be like, okay, then we're not gonna have her on the show, or well, sorry, we're gonna have her on the show. And I know, TJ, you wouldn't do that. So that's why I say that there's so many ways to look at it. You know what I'm saying?
That was my. You bring up a very good point, because my issue was with Nick was like, look, the way I run my stuff is that, look, there's been times where people, like, I never take y'all off. Like, there are times where y'all are like, hey, you sure you want me on this episode? And I'd be like,
right,
yeah, we all doing this unless y'all tell me otherwise. And y'all know me, how loyal I am. I would never, ever have a guest come on here and say, I don't want Alan or Jesse or Giovanni on the show and stuff like that. I would never. However, if Tessa Thompson if Tessa said, I don't want that Jesse goofiness on this show, I don't know what a Jesse is, Tessa. I don't know what it is. You'd be out of here. It'd be an Aaron Judge homeowner. I mean, but guess what? Jesse would understand. Jesse would be like, all right, cool, whatever. But nah, I get you. Alan, what say you, man?
I get it.
Well, no, I wanted to ask, Jesse had said that, there should be a conversation had. Do we know that there was a conversation not had by Nick Cannon and staff?
I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not part of the team, so I don't know anything. We can't speculate, right? But I'm just saying from like how that's what I'm saying, like how I would see it. And like I said, like I really want to be on the show, so I don't want to talk, because I love Wild 'N Out. Yes, Pretty V, Just Hilarious, B. Simone, all of that. Like, I really fuck with them, but I also fuck with Danny Lay. I really do.
Can I ask you a question? Jesse?
Yes.
I think I know the answer to this.
You probably do.
That's why I'm laughing. Do you practice your freestyle? Do you practice your raps in your battle raps? Your
I sure don't.
Well, I don't believe Alan. Do you
on everything? On everything, I don't. Let me tell you why. Look,
I do. I've done it.
No,
I practice. If I'm on stage,
no, it depends. It's not a freestyle if you're practicing it.
First of all, they all write their stuff, but so you need to get out of it.
So it's a difference.
But I'm telling you, there's people. I got a list. I'm telling you how much I prepare. Whether it's a political list, activism, I got a list of folks that if I ever get on a panel with you or whatever, just know my ass is prepared. I've been watching you for years. I'm ready. It's never going to be a time where I get on a panel or I got to talk with one of these talking heads, CNN, whatever, and I'm not ready with the file. It's not a game. Go
Well,
ahead.
you
Go
know,
ahead. Hey, you want to say
that's
something?
not well. That's the KRS One rule. So he used to say, back in the day, anytime a rapper got hot, even if they were cool, even if they never ran into him, never had an interaction, he made sure that he had a diss rhyme about him. Anybody, if you came out and you was hot, he just had to write a diss about you, even if he liked you, because he always wanted to be ready and prepared for combat. So that's what that reminded me of. And then I do have a and this is actually something that I was actually going to bring up as well. Like, I think it's a little bit different with Wild 'N Out, because yes, they do have regular cast members, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't watched it in a while, but from my understanding, it's like not everyone is there every episode, right? So
Correct.
I think that's
Yes.
like easily.
That's what Lisa was. That's what Lisa was saying.
Yeah, that's true.
That's something that could easily be accommodated, and it's like, I think it's probably best for everybody involved, because you don't want your brand to be involved in no mess. Like, especially you don't want to get into female business and potentially have an issue that would have been bigger than just the guest requesting that they not work on, B Simone not work on that day. I mean, and we see that happen in a couple of different instances. Like, for example, I know that like Charlemagne, for example, sometimes when there's guests up there that he may not care for, or Angela Yee, they just won't be there that interview. And
Right.
obviously they don't say it a lot of times.
Yeah. Remember, we had that situation happen here on the Soapbox years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With a former host. Yep.
Yeah.
We had that was a thing. That was a thing.
Don't remember, but
I do. I'm here,
but,
by the way.
Yeah, and those things happen, and people are just not really privy to that information. So it is interesting, and I wonder how this information even leaked. But I didn't even know that was really a thing. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I think that's really the mature approach. Like, I would love to do your show, but for the sake of peace and for the brand and everybody involved, let's just make sure this person is rotated out.
Let me ask you this, just so I know: is there any celebrity that could be a guest that you would not want to be on the Soapbox, that you would be like, yo, I'm not going to be a part of this?
Yeah, but
R. Kelly.
But that.
No, if we get an interview with R. Kelly, I'm gonna need y'all to suck that shit up, because that is gonna be one hell of an interview.
Nah, fuck out of here.
Hell no. The list is very short. The list is very short, and I'm not gonna divulge what the list is.
Is it Saucy
Oh,
Santana?
you're not gonna divulge.
No. Is it Saucy Santana, Ellen? Is he not?
No.
What? I like Saucy Santana's vibe.
Saucy? I thought it was Saucy.
Yeah, I fuck with the saucy one.
I do too. I like his vibe.
Yo, did y'all see the meme they had of him in that
jumping
suit, like a Pixar? They say it was like the Pixar.
Yeah, saucy's fun, man.
Just say your camera's off. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm doing something for my children.
Yo, speaking of, hey, we gotta say, I know what they were talking about in the chat. Hey, RP to Coolio. Coolio. Shout out to him. Gangsta's Paradise, definitely an iconic song. Yeah, man, he's one of the rap icons, hip hop icons, man. So, Alan, tell us a little bit about Julio. Not Julio. Why do I keep saying Julio? I've been watching Power. I've been rewatching Power this week. So, yes, Coolio. Shout out to Coolio, giving the hairstyle. Yes. I got you, man. On Earth, I got you. I'm gonna hold it down for you. But yeah, Alan. What do you think, man? Thoughts on his passing, man? His untimely passing.
Oh man, I mean, just rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to Coolio. It's not a lot of people who have records that kind of stand the test of time like that. And it's that record has been reimagined so many times, and even when it came out, so it's been reimagined, it's been flipped. And it seemed all with his consent. He's always been a good sport about it. And from what I remember as well, he was like one of the first like rapper or quote unquote former rapper, whatever he was at the time, to get into the reality TV space. I do believe he had a couple of shows. Yeah, and I mean, this was like, I want to say this is like VH1 days. So he was definitely in that arena, and then also he also came up with the legendary one of the best intros of all time with Keenan and Kel. So
Oh, you're
everybody
right.
out there, go
Yeah,
grind,
yeah.
the homeboys, the homegirls, we about to king, and that's one of my favorite shows ever, man. So definitely
Absolutely.
rest in peace. He definitely left his imprint, and I don't have too much information on the cause of the actual passing. I believe there's some
It was
speculation.
a heart attack.
Yeah, I was gonna say a heart attack, heart failure. Yeah, and yep, that's the name. It was I believe it was called Coolio Rules, which is the name of his reality series. So yeah, rest in peace. Peace to his family. It is 59 is super young. So that's definitely kind of wild.
We can't forget that he was on an episode of Sister. Come on, guys.
Talk to him. Talk to him.
Into history.
Yes, he was on an episode of Sister. I believe like they were trying to go to like a party in the episode, and it was something about the limo, whatever. But it was a dope ass episode. I love Sister, and yes, he was on an episode of Sister. Rest in peace, Coolio.
Lisa said she did a PowerPoint presentation on Gangsta's Paradise and Julio. Coolio. Why are you saying Coolio? I'm sorry if I'm not doing
Julio.
My brother.
That's hard.
Jesse, are you Jesse? Since you're a star now, you're gonna start getting questions like this that make. I wouldn't say it doesn't make any sense when people are gonna try to. They say, does Coolio has an impact on Miss Andrade's career? Yes, she was living in Gangsta's Paradise when you go up on stage and try to outdo a performer. That's the Gangsta's Paradise right there.
Stop it. No, like I really did. Like Coolio was dope. No bullshit. Like I said, my biggest memory from him in my childhood was watching him on Sister. And like I said, rest in peace to him. I know that was a big loss. And it's sad whenever we lose somebody, especially who's iconic, so rest in peace to him.
Yeah. Yes. Lisa co-signed you. She said she definitely remembers that episode as well.
Period.
Yo, have y'all been seeing? Okay, have y'all seen this Netflix series special? You wanted to talk about or touch on it, Dahmer, which is the series about Jeffrey Dahmer on Netflix. Yeah, I've watched one episode and I took it off. Not because it was creepy, because I don't like scenes where I feel like this could have all been avoided. So I know this is real and it's based on events and it's supposed to be entertainment, but not to give too much away. The first guy who actually gets away or escapes because he was targeting minorities, targeting black folks. He was in a black community. That I didn't know. I didn't know that there were so many people that was like telling the police about this dude, but they were ignoring a bunch of black folks and not calling back. So I only did the first episode, but when he brought that one dude into his apartment, and I was like, he could escape 5 times before it got that bad. I was like, yo, the smell, you could have left. That dude was creepy. You should have just left the fuck. But when he did that little strip dance, and Jeffrey Dahmer was like, nah, I'm good. You go come here and watch this movie with me. I was not. Are we watching the same movie? Because why y'all looking at me like that?
No, I have not seen it. No, I haven't seen it at all.
Why are we talking about it then?
I did. I seen it.
I was gonna say it's all the rave. There is a little bit of controversy surrounding it, and I knew that you guys would have at least started it. So I know you said that you didn't really get too far into it. Just say how.
I get frustrated.
What is your thoughts on it?
Frustrated with it.
I watched it. I think I'm on episode 8, if I'm not mistaken. And when it comes to like the controversy, I don't know what it is, but me personally, I think it's very distasteful. It's glorifying him. How like people are making, not even that. It's just like, okay, if you think they're glorifying him or whatnot, there's so many people who are making jokes about the situation. There's so many people who are making TikToks, videos, whatever the case may be. Yeah, like that's not funny. That's not funny at all, because this is a real life situation. Okay, there's people talking about his glasses. There's just people making jokes out of, and there is such a thing as like dark comedy. So I guess like I get that. I have a cousin who's actually really into dark comedy. So I know that a lot of things that are being said that he would personally find funny because he's into that. But we cannot forget that this is like a real life situation. And if you put yourself in like the victim's family's shoes, or you just imagine like that's your like brother, that's your cousin, that's your best friend, like, is it funny then? Like, is it really funny then? Like, not everything is a joke.
Yeah.
Not everything is funny. And I feel like a lot of people have become so desensitized where they're like laughing at like everything or trying to make a joke out of everything, but it's not funny. But at the same time, it's like, you know, like they're looking at like, okay, you made a Netflix series and the way you like made, I don't know if like just the way we're just as a whole in this generation, like people really just don't give a fuck. And it's just really sad. Because if you look at something like, and obviously two completely different things, let me just put it out there. But if you look at a story like Titanic, right? I don't know about y'all, but as a woman, me, like I cried. That shit hurt me. That shit made me feel really sad. Till this day, like if I watch the whole movie or if I listen to a Celine Dion song, which was on the soundtrack, like that shit hurts. It makes me really sad. You know what I'm saying? But then you look at this Jeffrey Dahmer situation and people are making jokes and they're laughing about it and they're recreating. So it's not fucking funny. Like it's real life. It's real life.
And I think that's, you know, one of the, like, I think that aspect, people making light of it, people making jokes of it, recreating content is something that we knew would happen because it happens with anything in pop culture that's popular. So like obviously some of the victims' families have come out and be like, yo, don't watch this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously the more people that watch it, it just becomes more of a topic of conversation. And unfortunately it may not always be the topic of conversation that it was intended for, whether it be negligence of the Black community or the LGBTQ community. It's always going to spiral to other parts of the internet that aren't necessarily here for those conversations, and they just want to joke. That's just the way that they do things. So, you know, once you put the art out there, you can't take it back, and you can't control the conversation. No matter, you know, how hard you try to steer the product, the conversation is going to be whatever the audience makes it. So, I'm undecided. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna watch it yet. What was you gonna say?
Yeah, you should.
No, you should.
I didn't know about it until I watched it.
All I was gonna say is like, as far as the glasses, the glasses thing, like as someone who does wear glasses all the time, you do, when you pick out glasses, you do try to stay away from those type of glasses because those are like typically like anytime there's a dude who's either molesting children or raping somebody or a serial murderer, they all got that type of glasses. And so you always got to avoid those old type of style glasses. So people are saying that stuff. I'm like, okay, that is actually true. And I think it's funny because it's actually true that people stay away from them. But now people are really going to try to stay away from them because them glasses are creepy. But I don't know. I think we, like in society, we don't take a lot of things seriously. And because it's on Netflix and because it's not actually happening to you or during that time, people kind of make light of it. And it's a bit of revisionist history because like, oh yeah, well, it's definitely not like, yeah. But if you don't know about the story, I know about the actual story of itself. And so trust me, he didn't get off lightly. You know, he definitely definitely got his in the end. But yeah, I still got to watch that. I still got to watch the Manti Te'o. I was rewatching.
That was really good.
I've been rewatching Power. Power. So
me too.
Yeah, and then I've been watching some other things like shout out now since we're talking about shows. Shout out to Abbott Elementary. That came back out. The show Atlanta is back on TV. So there's definitely good. If you don't want to watch Jeffrey Dahmer, there's other good content out there that you definitely should support. It's actually pretty funny. Abbott Elementary is not like, it's a good show. I'm not even gonna disparage it. It's a good show. Like any show, you have your characters that you're not really feeling, but you definitely should check it out for yourself if you want to watch something funny. You will get a couple of chuckles out of it. Atlanta is in its final season, so that's a show that I could rewatch all day, every day. It doesn't matter what. Yeah, Lisa said I can't watch that. I don't watch messed up stuff based on reality. I already know people who are messed up. I don't need my entertainment to remind of just how messed up. Yeah, you're right. Some people, yeah. I try not to watch the stuff like when you go to sleep, like when I go to sleep. But yeah, so I've been watching those shows, but I've also rewatching Power, and I've been watching Handmaid's Tale. So that's what
I watched that for a little bit, and then
I have a question.
That's what I've been watching. Go ahead.
I have a question for I guess both of you, because I haven't watched it, but you guys seem to enjoy Power. Recently,
You've never seen Power?
Never seen Power. Never seen Power.
You wilding on an island.
I may be, because I mean, well, first off, I didn't even know people like owned Stars until Power came out. And second off, like, and then like by the time I started actually watching TV again, people were like, "Damn, Power fell off." But the question,
no, it didn't.
The question that I have for you guys is that, speaking of Power, as of recently, 50 Cent announced that he was a free agent, that his deal with Stars is up, right? So, you know, and then he has that whole universe between Power and Raising Kanan and BMF.
I haven't watched that.
And I think there's a couple of other ones as well. If you had to choose, do you think he should stay with Stars, or should he bring the empire elsewhere, or does it matter to you guys, or what? Because it seems like he's working up some equity.
He don't.
I think he should. If he's gonna remake content, he should take Power to Netflix, because I pay Netflix directly, and if he goes to Stars, I'm gonna have to pay for the Star subscription.
Stars membership, right?
And that's gonna cost me an extra $5, and I'm not cool with that. So 50, let's cut the middleman. Let's talk business. Cut the middleman out. Go directly to consumer with Netflix. I pay whatever I pay. I don't even look at it anymore. It just comes out of my my account. And we're good. So go to a streaming service that people don't have to buy an addition in order to watch your show. Just do Power and put the show on.
I feel like he don't need Stars, because I feel like his show speaks for itself.
But you can just buy the Stars app directly, no?
Come on, Ellen. That's crazy.
You can, but you got to pay the subscription. You do. Like crazy. Me personally,
I have Hulu, baby.
I have Hulu, but when I log into the Stars app, I can log in without like a direct subscription with Stars, because I have a subscription through Hulu.
Okay.
So I log in through Hulu as a provider. However, I feel like that show was like so successful, and it like speaks for itself, that he doesn't need Stars. Like, just do your shit. Do your shit on your own independently, and people are gonna watch it because it literally speaks for itself.
But you still have to platform it, though.
Do you know? If your shit speaks for itself.
No. I'm talking about when they say platform, like you have to go somewhere to watch it.
You know where you should watch it?
So he needs to make a contract with like Hulu or like Netflix or one of those streaming services. That's what he needs to do.
Or
not with Stars, like what? Or call it Soapboxx.
It's 50. Let's talk. Let's do Soapboxx TV content. We'll stream directly. If you don't want just a meeting, just let me know.
What?
She'll sit this one out like B. Simone.
Stop it! Don't do that.
Just have a conversation.
Don't do that. I know.
No, Netflix. He'll definitely. I think he should take it to. And Netflix got a bag. Netflix just seemed like they're paying certain comedians that aren't funny like $20 million. So for 50 to bring a show like Power to Netflix, I think the bag would be bigger. I don't think a lot of people rock with Peacock. I have Peacock mainly because of
I do too. I'm about to cancel that shit. I had it because of that Will Smith show, Fresh Prince, the remake.
I never watched that. I never watched that either. And then Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely not watching this anymore.
Yeah, I'm done with it. No, I love Will Smith and Chris Rock.
I actually think that they just started shooting season 2 of that, if I'm not mistaken. So that should definitely be interesting. Yeah. Does anyone know? Does anyone's like aunties or grandmother have BET Plus. I hear that they have like the older black community on lock. Because Tyler Perry is platforming a lot of his stuff through there. Like apparently BET just gave him the bag as they should
Yeah.
and just kind of
Listen,
let him.
as someone who is rolling in dough and has multiple streaming services, BET Plus is just not one of them. It's just or I don't have BET.
Well, it will be when I'm on it.
But if I wanted to get
Tyler Perry is definitely
gonna
put me on one of his shows, so just remember that.
What character would you play in the Tyler Perry movie? Let's guess what kind of character
he has that show. Listen, he has that show, Sisters. Okay, and there's any Tyler Perry movie that he can make, and I can literally fit into so many roles. Let's not do that.
She's gonna be the sassy friend to the good church girl that's corrupting the good church daughter.
Bitch, you don't fucking need him. You don't need him.
And he's gonna put you in the worst wig you ever seen in your life.
Oh,
and that's fine. That's fine, okay? Because he gonna make my bank account ching 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 ching. I'm all set, okay?
Yes. Lisa says, at what point are people paying more for the streaming services than we were for cable? I'm out of all of that. Well, there's ways to, not to divulge and, alarm anybody or the authorities, but there's ways to get content. But let's just say
they'll get the FCC on us or something.
I'm happy with my package. Let's just say
that. I think that even
if you got a family, listen, if you got a family, everybody, look, it takes a village. If you have a family, like one person should be paying for a streaming service. Sharing is caring, people. Sharing is caring. When I was in these streets back in the day before dating turned into what it is these days, it used to be a requirement. I needed your password for your Netflix, your Hulu, whatever streaming service you got, you brought it to the table. And that's what I used. That's actually how I knew that the relationship or the talking stage was over, because the password would change. I'd be like, and you would go to watch a show, and you'd be like,
this happened
did not change the. That's when you knew it was over, and it's time to re-up.
I never did that.
You never gave no dude your password?
I have, but I never changed the password on them. I'm not kidding.
You a real one. You a ride or die. That's why you blessed.
I am.
That's why you.
Period.
Yeah.
God did.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't reached that level of commitment yet. It's gonna be no password sharing around here.
Wait, but have you gotten a girl's password before to her streaming services?
Yes, yeah.
Has she changed it on you or not?
Absolutely. I'm like, and it's so crazy how I do it too. I come over and I'm like, oh wow, you got Netflix? I'll be like, oh, you got Hulu? Oh, what show you watching? Man, that's crazy. I wish I could catch up so I could watch the show with you. I don't know. She was like, well, did you want to watch it? I wish I could, but I could just give you my password. It's not a big deal. It's like, you would do that?
The puppy dog face for streaming services is crazy.
Huh?
I said the puppy dog face for streaming services is woe is me.
Oh, bro, listen. My superpowers consist of getting streaming services and extra, and anything from a drive-through, I can get extra. I'm that flirt. I am a drive-through whore. Okay, I'll be. So them sauces. Can I get an extra?
The body roll. Roll for the extra BBQ. The BBQ body roll.
McDonald's. Look, can I get those fries? No salt. Can I get you to pack the fry thing to the brim, please?
Fill me up.
Fill me up. Yo, shout out to James at McDonald's. Her or they hooks me up very good with my with my extras. Yes, it don't matter. Yo, I'm serious.
The real heroes
out here in these streets.
The real heroes, James.
Yes. But yo, let's get to it, man. Moral of the story. Let's start with you, A. What's your moral of the? Why can't I find it? Where is it at? Yeah, let's start with you, A. What's your moral of the story, kid?
What is my moral of the story? My moral of the story is based upon Jessie and
Oh,
her breakout performance.
oh.
Can you show the clip again?
Yeah, we can.
We can?
We can.
Yes, we can.
We can.
You on stage.
She got the BB body roll too.
Yeah, yes, she can. Just say with the body roll. Let me see the other. Hold on. Let me see the other clip. Sorry about
Oh
that.
my God.
This is before I went to more of the.
She's so different. Kind of girl you show up to your neighbors. Doing things you wouldn't take in pictures. 'Cause I got other legs on. Yeah. Don't need no filters. So my big girls are making figures. Feel no type of way by the mother bitches. 'Cause I got other legs on.
Is she thick?
I'm gonna show you that movie. Got you connected like Bluetooth. Put a spin on you like voodoo. You never me, come right back. And let me go cause you like that. I'ma change your life, so get ready, yeah. I'ma put you on.
Let the body roll.
I'ma hold you down, baby, wake you up. Show you what's up. I'ma put you on to something, baby. Cause you don't know.
Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to us being inclusive on the show. I appreciate.
Dead.
Shout out to us. Very
So-
inclusive. I'm sorry, Alex. Go with your moral of the story. Shout out
Nah,
to you,
listen,
Jesse.
that my moral of the story is inspired by that footage. If you stay ready, you do not have to get ready.
Be ready, period.
What you do in solitude will prepare you for what you do
Mhm.
in front of the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make sure you perfect your craft, get your boom boom cacks and 10 9 and 10 that whatever the count is, the little 2 count that they got. Do that with everything in life. That's my moral of the story.
Period.
Yes, indeed. I'm gonna go because I'm gonna leave Jesse with the last word of the show for today. Yo, it's gonna echo Alan's sentiments. Yo, confidence comes from the preparation, not the result. A lot of things that are happening right now with the Soapbox, both professionally for us collectively and individually, have stemmed from the work that we put in 3 years ago, right? And so the things that we're doing now is really setting the tone and setting the ground for what's about to happen years from now. So you just got to continue to prepare yourself so that when you get your moment, when you get your shot, then you could go ahead and lick it like Jesse has done, like Alan does, like Jay does. That's why Jay's actually working right now. So we stay working individually and collectively, and iron sharpens iron. So like I'm excited to see Jesse get a W, because that only wants us to revs the team up more for us to continue to go out and get other W's so that we can bring it home. And so thank you, Jesse, for having that moment. I'm glad you had that moment and bringing home that W. That's dope. So shout out to you, my friend. Appreciate you. And what's your moral of the story, Miss Jet? We don't get a soapbox body roll. We don't. I mean, I did. Hey, go ahead. Jesse, what's your moral of the story?
Dead. My moral of the story is just to always be you. Okay, like people are always going to hate on you. You're always gonna have like, I don't like to say haters, but you literally are always going to have haters or people who just don't believe in you or people who are just trying to bring you down because they see your potential. Okay, don't act like people who are haters don't see your potential. They're hating for a reason. Okay, it's because they see your potential. But fuck that. Be you. Your energy is always going to attract positive shit. If your energy exudes like positivity, happiness, like good shit, positive shit is always going to come to you. So just be who you are. Don't worry about what anybody has to say about you, whether it's friends, family, outside people. Who gives a damn? Just be you, okay? And good shit is always going to come to you. Make sure you put God first. Talk to God. Always ask the Holy Spirit to be with you. And you can never lose. When God is on your side, you ain't never going to lose. And that's on period. And that's on God.
Word. So just say, do the sign off. Do the sign off. It's all you, babe. Do the sign off.
All right, period. So for Alan York, for TJ Legacy Cole, who's safe in Florida, for our girl Jay, who's also safe in Florida but doing big things, and for me, Jesse, aka oh shit, Andrade,
aka oh shit,
aka oh shit.
Oh shit.
I like that.
You already know what time it is. Peace. Thank you for watching. We love y'all. Y'all already know what it is. Tune in next week. And that's what it is.
Tell them what we talking about. Anything. Tell them what we talking about. Anything. Anything. Anything.